Hey everybody, I'm back again. It's like my fourth video for today. It's like poor guys. You're thinking, oh my god, when is that Alan guy gonna go away and shut up and give us some rest? Anyway, but once again, guys, thank you so much for the kind words and the comments and for watching my videos and for subscribing and everything. I do appreciate it, guys. So thank you once again. It does mean a lot to me. And I think I'm going to sneeze. I'm going to pause this before I sneeze. Sneeze I just did. I'm glad you didn't see that. I just wanted to do a reading for us. And I'm using an oracle deck called the Aboriginal Dreamtime Oracle. And I'm just going to pull a card for us and whatever. So just asking Spirit. This is just a nice oracle, actually. So nice little message from us from Spirit. What would you like us to know, Spirit? As a collective, this is just for us. What would you like us to know, Spirit? What would you like us to know? What would you like us to know? Okay, so I'm just going to pull one card out here. And I've got a card here called Moon Phases. So I'm just going to pause and look this up. So we've just had a new moon the other day. So let's see what this card says called Moon Phases. Give me a second, guys. I'll read this to you guys. Hold on a tick. All right, guys, I'm just going to read the message about this. So once again, the card is Moon Phases, yeah? So in the yeah, I'll just go with the Dreamtime message. There's a whole blurb here about Australian animals that probably yeah, the Aussies will understand it, but I won't bore the rest of you with it, but I'll just go through the message, okay? So the Dreamtime message for this is all right. So our dreaming journey takes us on many different paths within many different cycles. The waxing and waning of the moon is just one of those cycles. In life, there are many highs and lows, but somehow our lives find balance. Look to the cycles in your life to find a better understanding of what your journey looks like. Learn from the lows and celebrate the highs. Then find the middle ground. Focusing on too much of either will often create chaos in our lives, in your life. So it's interesting. We were talking. I was talking before, and about like how pendulum shift and energy is changing and stuff. And I think what this was saying is basically to find that middle ground. To not be fluxed by the insanity of what's going on right now, but to find that middle ground. And to know that there are cycles in life, and even like the moon changes, like there's cycles within the moon. And it's actually one thing which I full moon is my favorite. I love the full moon. And I remember I was on a road trip with my housemate a couple of years ago. We went to a state called Western Australia, which is obviously on the western side of Australia, and it's a big state. And the capital of Western Australia is called Perth, and we just did all this driving around, and we went into the desert, and we were lucky enough there to be in the desert under full moon. And I'd only just started my tarot journey then, and I remember I took a deck with me that I bought, that I just got. It was a retrospective tarot, and that tarot deck went with me on my journey. And so I was reading on the plane and reading up there, and but under the full moon, my housemate went to bed, and I was up there, you know, looking at my books and reading because I was still really I'd only been doing tarot for like a couple of months. So I had my little guidebook with me, and I had my little tarot, my little deck with me, and I'm out in the middle of nowhere, and sitting, and it was so lovely because there was so much moonlight that I actually could read the deck and do my readings directly under the moonlight. And it was one of the most surreal, esoterical moments of my life because like there's real energy in the moon as well. So that's just a bit of a rant about how much I love the moon. But yeah, but like I said, I'm just going to read this one more time. Give me a second, guys, because I've lost the page. Actually, I will read this to you. I'll just read you the first paragraph. So, the Australians will understand the animals, but I'll just read this anyway, guys. Stay with me, yeah? Once, a long time ago, under the light of a full moon, an echidna was foraging for food, and a small wallaby caught his attention. The echidna waddled up to the wallaby and began talking with him, and they became instant friends. They had so much fun that night that when the morning came, they had to return to their homes. They parted sorrow with sorrow in their hearts. It's my phone just messaging's there. From then on, this is the last thing. From then on, at every full moon, they would meet up together again in the same place. Under the light of the full moon, they would share their adventures. And as the morning approached, they would bid each other farewell until the next time the night was bright again. So basically, echidnas and wallabies. So wallabies is like a small kangaroo, and echidnas are like little spiky animals. So as all the Aussies out there will know. But it's interesting. It's talking about the cycle, and these two animals would just meet regularly under the full moon. And it's like the morning would come, the bit like, oh, boo hoo, we've got to go back to our respective lives. But we'll catch you in under the full moon. And it's talking about that journey, and I think I just really enjoy looking at the moon anyway. This might sound a bit strange, but I really enjoy the full moon, and I love looking at the moon cycles, and I like looking at it when it's rising and falling in the sky. And I just love the energy of the full moon, like I said. But it's just beautiful watching that little, satellite planet orbiting around us. So maybe sometimes what we can do to get a bit of perspective and to even escape, like I'll talk about nature, like look up to the stars, you know, look at the moon and just remember that things happen in cycles, which is kind of what we've been talking about today as well. So that's my message, guys. So I hope that resonates. And that's me for today. Thank you for putting up with my long-winded messages and my readings and bees and everything else. I'm feeling like, it's been a good day for tarot today and good day for it's been nice to spend some time with you. So thank you once again for giving me the time, and you take care, and I'll be back sometime soon. Take care, guys. Have a wonderful day. Bye for now. Bye. And action.